Well then, it looks like the Alfa is toast. Well folks, I'm Ed, this is backroadhero. I went to move my 2017 Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio last night and there was nothing. It was dead, it was toast. It's throwing up all sorts of warnings. Gear stick doesn't light up and it's throwing codes. I've just put the diagnostics in here on transmissions. So the codes that it's throwing up at this point are these ones. Don't know if you can see that. Well, you joined me the day after. Apologies for the noise, I'm not wearing my little microphone. But anyway, we've got the car up. So this is obviously an intermittent fault. I've managed to get the car turned around, got the faults cleared. And what I did was, I got under the car, found the connector in the wiring into the transmission control unit. I was able to remove that, spray it with a little bit of contact cleaner and reattach it. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. All the wires are perfect, the loom seems fine, albeit it's the protection has come back a little bit, but I'll insert a couple of photos here. Reattached it, cleared the codes, and literally was able to drive it out of the driveway. First sign of this fault is the adaptive dampers fault. Then it trips into neutral and then the check engine light comes on. So not sure why. What I've got to do then is to deactivate the park. So I'm going to force it into neutral using a little lever underneath. So in order to find all of this, this is the front of the gearbox. This is down to the rear of the gearbox. It's on the left hand side of the car looking forward. There is the location of the plug. So if you can find the plug in the wiring harness, and then you'll be able to find the actual, I'll take it out again. So you can see the levers up in there. And all I'm doing is screwing this into that hole in order to lift the lever, and all it will do is prevent the park lever when you put the lever into park and the transmission locks up. It just removes that facility. So there we go, and I just basically raise it up until I prevent the gearbox locking. I'm just going to take it round myself because I have my own transporter for the race car for the BMW, so I may as well take care and do it myself. Drop it round to Unity, they'll get a look at it and see where we're at from here. I've checked the paperwork. The RAC warranty cost me £617 for the year. That was taken out in January. I thought it was only a couple of months ago. We're now into May. Anyway, that's the update so far. Sorry I can't tell you much more than that. We'll just have to play this one by ear. I was kind of hoping that it would resolve itself, a little bit of cleaning of contacts, etc, etc. I've managed to check most of the loom, and it seems it might be a transmission control module issue internally in the gearbox. It's all in the gearbox, it's not something that you can just unplug. Go and grab the trailer and get the race car off it. Get over to Unity, get back, all in time to go to work tonight. So there we go, cars on the transporter. Phoned Unity Alfa earlier on to recover it there. They said they had no facilities to come get the car. I should get it recovered. I have a trailer for the race car, so it's a 2-meter bed, it's 2 meters wide, and the track of this car is 1.9 at the back, so it's really, really tight. Anyway, it's on, it's secured. We'll get it over to Unity. First they can look at it. This is Monday morning. First they can get a chance to look at it is probably Wednesday, but I'm working all week. It's a sad sight seeing a car on a trailer because it can't move under its own steam, so I just hope, fingers crossed, they'll be able to do something with it. In fact, I'm positive that they will. Anyhow, we'll get this unloaded. So leaving the car here at Unity in the capable hands of Liam and Josh. Amberley's always really pleasant on the desk here. Tom, the service manager as well. So if you're ever in the area, pop by for sales and service. Again, they're not paying me to say this. You know what, when things go wrong, people tell 100 people. When things go right, they rarely say very much. So I'm just here being that person saying I get good service. They're well capable here, and a friendly country garage is what I should say. So the diagnosis phase then, they'll plug in their diagnostics. They'll try and reach a failed state where the gear lever doesn't illuminate, and then they'll follow a series, a path of yes and no answers, and come to a conclusion. Simple fact that it threw up a temperature sensor. Liam reckons that's part of the valve body in the gearbox itself, at the bottom end of the gearbox, and the transmission control module is in there as well. It could be quite an expensive fix, in the thousands of pounds, so it makes my warranty at 615 odd pounds, or 617 quid, seem real value for money at this point. The diagnostics is 140 pounds. I think from memory my warranty will allow me 50 quid of that. And then the labour rate's up to 120 pounds, including VAT, and I think they charge 144 here, so I'll have to top up a little bit of the labour, but that's okay. That's you know what, it's taken out a big chunk of the change. So I'll leave it with the guys. I've got to go to work. They're pretty efficient here. They'll look at the car fairly soon, and hopefully we can get a positive result. Might take a little time getting parts, perhaps, with the old chip thing going on at the moment, but at the end of the day, hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm very fortunate to have other things that I can drive. They say the 8-speed box is very good. It doesn't throw up too much, and maybe this is a bit unusual, but it's always nice to see the unusual on YouTube. Dare to be different and all that, hence why I bought an Alfa in the first place. So that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. Tune in for part 3, when hopefully we get the car back and we find out exactly what has gone wrong with this. So there you go. All the best now. Bye bye.